What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know, when people first start prepping, they usually have two basic fundamental questions. Number one is what to store. What should they put back? What food items should they put back? What survival gear should they have on hand? And number two, they ask how long should they prepare for. FEMA, they recommend that everyone have at least a 72-hour survival kit on hand. Has enough supplies, food, water, prescription medications, tissue paper and things like that to survive for a 72-hour period. And while that might be a good starting point, a very basic starting point, it isn't going to cover what I see coming. Is it going to cover any real major type of event? You need to plan to survive on your own forever. Now that sounds like a very daunting task, and it actually is, but it can be done. And granted, you can't put back enough food, you can't put back enough water and gear to survive your lifetime. Well, it depends, I guess, on how long you live, but generally speaking, you can't put back enough food, water, and gear to last the rest of your life, especially when it comes to food. Food is a perishable item, and you only have so much space to store that food. And so, the answer is to put back as much supplies as you possibly can, namely food. Food should be your number one priority. Food. Put back as much as you have room to store back. As much as you have the finances to afford. Get as much as you can and put as much as you can back. Now, like I said, you can't put enough back to last for 20, 30 years. You can put back enough to last 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5 years. And that's pretty much a max for what you can actually put back and have room and have space for, and actually have the finances to actually buy and keep it rotated and everything like that. So the answer is to become as self-reliant as you possibly can on your own property. You need to learn how to garden, you need to learn how to hunt, you need to learn how to trap, do everything you can to become self-reliant on your own property. Put back non-hybrid vegetable seeds, plant an orchard, get chickens, get rabbits, get goats, get honeybees, and set up a couple of hives. Learn how to go out and set snares. Learn how to build deadfalls. Learn how to fish. Learn how to make fish traps to catch fish. Learn how to harvest the game that's in your area. Learn how to grow the food that you need. Also, you need to become as proficient as possible at identifying edible plants that grow in your location, because these things will come back year after year. And the great thing about that is that most people don't know what to look for. So if you are good at identifying wild edibles, then you'll have an advantage over everyone else, because they will pass that food right on by. You can come along and harvest that for you and your family. But the key is to focus on what can I keep reproducing? What can I keep reproducing? You can keep reproducing a vegetable garden. Your trees, your fruit trees, will keep reproducing fruit every year if you tended those correctly. You can keep trapping, you can keep hunting, you can keep foraging for wild edibles. You need to focus on the storage part first, what you need to store and put back, and get as much as you can put back. Food, water, gear, medical supplies. And guys, another thing is that you can build your bartering skills. You can, of course, put back items that you can barter, because as we've seen from Venezuela and other countries that has collapsed, barter becomes the main economy. The main source of trade is barter. In any country that you look at that's had any kind of economic type collapse and hyperinflation, they resort to barter. So you can put back some barter items, but still yet, you can't put back enough barter items to barter forever, most likely. If you had gold and silver, then you could do that, but that gets expensive, and most people don't want to do that. Most people that watch this channel, they want to focus more on gear and food items and things like that, because usually gold and silver is just it works for barter, but it is also mainly for keeping your wealth, investing your currency, your fiat currency, into gold and silver to keep your wealth as a hedge against hyperinflation. It isn't necessarily, the main thrust of it isn't for barter necessarily, but it can be used for that. The best barter item though is your skills, your labor. What can you do that people would pay you or barter other items that you need to have you to perform those tasks? Can you build things? Are you a good carpenter? Can you repair firearms? Can you repair small engines? Can you build a steel? Can you do different things that people are going to need in a long-term, grid-down SSTF type of event? Focus on what skills that you have now and how you can expand those skills, and be sure to put back the tools so you can apply those skills to barter, so you can trade those skills for items that you don't currently have. So barter is going to be a big thing in the next economy, and it will allow you to survive long term, as will becoming as self-reliant as you possibly can on your own property, learning how to hunt, fish, trap, and forage for wild foods. All these things go together to increase your survivability, and to increase your survivability long term. Okay guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn those notifications on to be notified time that I upload a new video. Also, if you take a few seconds to go down in the comments below, what you think about the video, your thoughts, what you would add, and how I can improve my videos. But anyway guys, I'm going to do Creekmore. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.